So sick. Now, still ahead this morning, we've got the boys from Little Britain joining us. But next up, the Scissor Sisters are here to launch our Sunrise Power Week. And are we excited?
Let's see, will you?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Uber Tablet Blog. My name's Hugo Ortega. Now I've got, I guess I'm having a bit of, I'm on a bit of a roll here with having special guests, and today is no different. Now I'm sitting here at Manly Beach, if you haven't been here, and near the ferry terminal, and you can see the water behind us. Now this is quite nice, an outdoor occasion, and I've invited down a special guest, believe it or not, Geek, from the Scissor Sisters. As many of you would know, the rock band, the pop band that's out there at the moment touring around Australia and the world. John Garden. John, welcome to the show.
Hi.
John is the keyboardist, and guess what? He owns a Q1 Ultra Mobile PC. John, how are you, mate?
I'm good.
Welcome to Australia.
Ah, thanks. I'm sorry I have to go in like 3 days time.
Oh, what a shame.
It is.
Look at this weather we're having.
It's so good.
Now, we're here like two rock stars, mate, with our sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Now tell me, Q1, how is it that someone in a group called Scissor Sisters turns out to be a reader of my blog and a geek?
Well, probably too much time on my hands, like between the sound check and sitting on the internet.
Really?
Yeah, well, mainly, I think the main reason that I'm here is just because of the amount of travelling we do.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Are you linked up with the parasailing?
No,
you're not.
No,
Okay.
we're not. Sorry.
Thank you.
No problems.
Nice. Interruption by a tourist.
No, yeah, so I'm doing a lot of travelling and, getting on a lot of planes, using my laptop. I've been using an iBook for like 2 years now, and I was just I've been like trying to reduce my packing,
Yeah.
and make everything that much more efficient.
Yeah, we were talking about that before, because travelling to John is obviously very important. He has to be light. Now, you found that you were carrying around an iBook.
I carry an iBook, which is like one of the smaller,
Yeah.
it's a 12-inch.
It's a 12-inch. It's small anyway.
Yeah, but I then you add the peripherals and everything, and I was just thinking, okay, what else can I make smaller and more efficient in my everything I'm carrying around with me?
Yeah.
Especially carry-on for getting on planes.
Right.
So I was just googling, what are the smallest PCs around, and I found UMPC, which I'd never heard of before. And then I found your site, and I found JP on the Run, and just a few things that it was like something I'd never heard of, and I did a lot of quick learning.
So you see, James, you and I, mate, rock stars. Rock stars to the rock stars.
It's like my TV viewing.
This is your TV.
That's what I'm
yeah.
watching instead of Neighbours.
Yeah, of course.
So,
yeah.
So yeah, I just found that, and this was the one I settled on, mainly because you were using it. It seemed to have a lot of peripherals that were on the market already that fit, that work with it.
Yeah.
It's got a nice size screen. It's like, I looked at the Sony UX.
Yeah, the little 4-inch flip-out keyboard.
But then I saw one.
Too small.
How small is
Small,
that? It's so small.
It's hard to work with.
No, I would go blind.
Yeah, I used one as well, and the screen, there's something to be said about this 7-inch diagonal form factor, isn't there?
It's just about as small as you could go. And also I have the fonts really large.
Yeah.
I have like 18 as my smallest font for looking at Firefox or whatever.
Yes. Now here's the cool thing, for those of you that know the Scissor Sisters, John isn't just the keyboardist, or not just to say just, but that's a very important role, but he also plays a key role as part of the musical director, right?
Yeah.
So, as musical director, with the Ultra Mobile PC, do you want to share a little bit about what you're doing and how you're using it?
Well, on the way, I just found out there's in Windows Journal, there's a music. In the My Notes section of Windows Journal, there's music. So you call it up and you get
So if you go
manuscript
start, right? Click on start.
So you go start, documents,
My documents,
my documents,
My
and then
notes.
my notes,
my notes,
which is just.
and then there's an array of templates in there which I did not know either.
Yeah, so there's graph, dotted line, blank memo, month calendar, and I just clicked on music, hoping.
Do you want to show the camera so it can see?
I don't know if you can see that.
I'll bring it close, see if you can see that. Hopefully that came out, otherwise we'll be posting an image anyway.
So you can basically,
It's a line set of sheet music, right?
yeah, it's manuscript paper, which is something I use a lot because I can, I read and write music.
Manuscript paper. Now, if you have a look, John's actually, what do we call this?
Writing.
And we're not talking blogging, like he's doing the little circles and the stems and so on for the music.
Yeah. So it comes out something like that, which is, it's pretty messy.
So we'll try and show it. Let's see how we go. Oh, no chance.
No. But for me, this is what I would normally pack is a block of manuscript paper, just for like if I have to work something out and I want to be able to remember it, go to sound check and say like I know these are the chords and this is the bass line, and just little notes. This is amazing. This is exactly what I've been dying to, because I use Logic on the Mac. That's why I had a Mac. So you go to Logic, you go to Score. I didn't buy Sibelius or anything, which is the other music writing program. But I had Logic, and I was using that to write scores out. And I bought the Wacom tablet to so that you could use the mouse to draw the notes in. But I stopped using it after a while because it's.
So before you get the picture, right, John had to travel around with an iBook. He had to travel around with an external USB Wacom board and try and ink his musical notes.
Yeah. So now I can just write the notes in directly, save it as a HTML file, send it to other people,
And they can see it.
publish it, whatever, and it just enables so I can just be listening to music and just make my notes as I'm listening to the music. So
We might stop for a second. There's a ferry coming in. We'll be right back.